Hallo allemaal, welkom terug naar mijn kanaal. Ik ben Joey Jack. Thank you so much for clicking. Thank you so much for joining me in this new video. Today I'm going to discuss and I'm going to give you 10 tips on how to have a productive day during quarantine. Right? Because it's a little bit different because you're staying home and you're not doing many crazy things like you normally would. So these are my 10 tips that I do and that I think really help me out on having a more productive day. Before we get this video started, I would love to ask you if you would click that subscribe button and if you would also check out my Instagram. Why not? I think you're gonna like it. It's pretty fun. Also, do you guys like my new haircut? Yes, my friend cut it because my barber's closed and she is nice and edgy, y'all. It's a crazy haircut. But thank you so much for joining me. Let's get this video started. So my first tip on having a productive quarantine day is to make sure that you don't oversleep, okay? Because I think that can be really easy when you can wake up at whatever time because, I mean, you're only gonna sit at home. But sleeping more than 8 hours generally, for me, makes me feel really like, it makes me feel tired actually. It makes me feel really lethargic and really like not into it. So I would suggest that if you are going to sleep, that you actually set an alarm so that you sleep a minimum of 8 hours, maximum of 8 hours. Again, I'm not a doctor, so I don't really know how many hours you need to sleep, but check it out for yourself. If oversleeping does make you feel a little cray-cray, then don't do it. You know what I mean? My second tip is that when you wake up and your alarm rings, click stop and then get up and leave your phone on the nightstand or wherever it is. Don't take it with you. Try and start your morning off without your phone. The reason why is because I find that I'm always on my phone all day and I'm not, complaining about that. I have no problem being on my phone all day, but it just kind of, if I'm on my phone also in the morning, it kind of distracts me from what I'm gonna do in the morning. And that, I think, is how you start a really productive day. So leave your phone where it's at and go and have whatever you want to have, your coffee or whatever, and then get your phone after like 30 minutes that you've been awake or something. Because I know that if I go into it, I'm just gonna start scrolling Instagram and not really understanding what's going on because I'm still like half asleep. So leave your phone and get it later. So when you go into the kitchen and you're like, I need my coffee, or I need my tea, or I need my smoothie, whatever you're gonna drink, I suggest that you drink 1 cup of water before you even drink anything else. I find that it really helps me wake up a little bit more refreshed and like I'm not as dry-mouthed, and it just feels good. You know what I mean? I take a cup of water, I drink it, and then I drink my coffee. That is what I drink in the morning, or my latte, or my cappuccino. And if I don't do that, what ends up happening is that I start feeling the coffee really heavy, and I'm like jittery and shaky, and I'm like, help! And I'm like, oh, I didn't drink my water. It's very important that, when you drink so much caffeine, you also drink some water, and I love to do it before. It just gives me a great, like, fresh feeling in the mouth. So, yeah. My next tip is to make sure that you have a very good balanced breakfast. I found that the first week of quarantine, I was just like, having my coffee and not eating anything. And then at like 1 o'clock, I was like dead. And I'm like, I wonder why. And I'm like, oh, it's 1 o'clock and I haven't eaten. It's really easy to like, mess up the time and be like in lunchtime and have not eaten anything during quarantine, because I feel like time just like in your house, it's not really a factor. So have yourself a good balanced breakfast. I always make a smoothie, and I love to make a smoothie with spinach, avocado, strawberries, a little bit of almond milk, and I use these like vitamin powder that I have. And so I get my greens, I get my fruits, and I get some nice nutty milk, and I think it just really helps me out so much, and I can think clearer, and that's just a way that I make sure that I start my morning off right. My next tip is to make sure that you go into the shower right away and you just shower yourself and you change. If you are already showered from the night before, then take off your pajamas or put on some nice day clothes, right? I like to wear my jeans. I always have them on in my house, even when I'm not leaving. I like to wear a nice t-shirt or a polo or something because I just feel like I'm getting ready. I'm leaving my like morning routine. I'm leaving my like sleepy, tired routine, and I'm getting ready and more into like daytime mode. That really helps to transition into the feeling that you're gonna be productive and the feeling that you're gonna get something done. The next thing is right after I change and shower and do everything, I grab my phone and I give myself about 30 minutes to use it and also make sure what you have to do for the day, right? I always love to plan things the day before. Like, I'm gonna make 2 new videos, or I also work from home during my current job, so during the day, I already have my schedule from work. But if you're not working from home, give yourself a plan, right? I'm gonna DIY this, or I'm gonna search for recipes, or I'm gonna grocery shop, or I'm going to clean. Give yourself something that when in the morning you check your to-do list and you actually have some things to do to keep you busy. I found that really helped me balance out the day and really helped me helped the day seem like it was a new day, and otherwise I felt like I was just living in like the same day over and over and over again. So have yourself your phone and then your to-do list, right? What are you gonna do for the day? Have a plan. The next thing is to try and be on time. I know that if you're making a schedule for yourself, it's really easy to brush it off and be like, oh, I'm lazy, I really don't want to do this, I'll wait. Try and stick to the plan and try to make sure that you're keeping yourself to the schedule, because allowing yourself to make sure that you complete tasks is going to really make you feel like you're getting stuff done. And for me, that really is what makes me feel accomplished at the end of the day, right? I found that sometimes, when I make myself like, okay, make 2 videos today. I'm like, okay, after I worked, I'm like, oh, I really don't feel like making videos. But then I'm like regretting it the day after. So really try and keep yourself on a schedule and really try to keep yourself going and keep yourself like in that rhythm. Don't like dismiss everything because you're feeling lazy, because if you sit on your couch, it's really easy to be like, oh, I'm not into it. I just want to like sit on my couch and not do anything. You know what I mean? So stick to that schedule. The next one is to make sure that you stay positive and stress-free. No matter what happens during the day, no matter if you're like annoyed or if things are not going your way or you miss some appointments, don't get into a negative pattern. Don't stress yourself out, because the only thing that's going to do is that it's going to start making you feel a little anxious, and it's going to kind of mess up your rhythm for the entire day. So make sure that you keep yourself grounded and make sure that you just like brush things off. And like, you're in quarantine, you're working from home, you're doing some things, like, it's not that serious. Just, brush it off and move on. Make sure that you're not staying in that same stressed mood or staying in that same like environment of negativity for too long. Otherwise, it can really affect the way you carry yourself in the entire day. My last tip is to make sure that you create a routine for yourself on Monday through Friday so that it can feel different than the weekends. Create small routines, like if you don't have to wake up early, say I'm gonna wake up at 9 and then do it. If you don't have anything to do during the day, say at 12 o'clock I'm going to clean a different area of my house. And at 4 o'clock, I'm going to look up recipes. But make yourself a nice rhythm so that your day can start to feel like, okay, like there's some meaning behind it. Like it's not just every day is like the same day. That really helps me really feel that like on the weekends, oh, it's the weekend. Like I can chill, to make sure that I have a busier week. So keep yourself busy during the week, make some plans, make some schedules, and just identify the differences between like chill time and work time, especially if you're not working from home and you're chilling 7 days straight, it's going to be like you're not going to be in the best mood. So give yourself a little workout or a little walk or something like that. I hope you enjoyed these 10 tips on having a productive day during quarantine. Let me know your thoughts on the comments below and let's start a conversation. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!